So we've done our keyword research. So what do we do next? Okay, so we've picked our keywords. And once again, folks, these are just example keywords. We don't work for a computer repair shop. I don't know if I don't even know article-wise, but these are just the examples I'm going with right now. So I'm going with these terms: computer repair shop and computer repair for business. Now the next thing we have to work on is thinking about what our titles are going to be, what our meta descriptions are going to be, what our permalink is going to be, any related words and phrases, and also internal linking. Now this needs to all be laid out before you write the article. Now, nothing's written in stone. You can adjust these things as you write your article. But to get organized and to send you on the right path to get moving, this is where I highly recommend starting off with, because there's definitely rules of thumbs that you should follow. So let's talk about the different aspects. And I just did a screenshot last night on how LSC Digital is showing up for certain terms. So this is the title. Okay, this is how you're showing up. Now the title should be 60 characters max, and it should start with the term you're looking to rank for. Okay, makes sense. Next is your meta description. Okay, and that's 155 characters max that will be displayed. Okay, and that's really, think of that as your sales copy. Okay, that's what's going to drive people to click through in the search results. All right, so, and I purposely did a couple things here. Just because I'm saying 60 characters max for the title doesn't mean your title can't be longer than 60 characters max. But see what's going to happen. This is what will be displayed in the search results. Okay, see how it trails off there. Okay, same thing with meta descriptions. 155 characters max is what will be displayed in the search results. Okay, but it doesn't mean your meta description can't be longer. It's just going to trail off. Okay, so that's something you need to keep in mind. And then finally, the permalink. Okay, this is the link of the page, and this is extremely important. Okay, is you need to use the keywords. All right, so if you're going after search engine optimization, that's what should be in there. If you're going after a term like SEO, it needs to be in there. Okay, and the shorter the better. And that's whole tried and true since the days of AOL. The shorter the link, the better. There's a usability aspect to that that really does help search results. So that's why it's so important, just taking a step back, is to really take some time, think about that title, think about that meta description, and think about that permalink, because that all does greatly impact your SEO. Not just from an algorithmic aspect, but also from a usability aspect. Like meta descriptions, that's all about people clicking through to you on the search results. That's your sales copy. So a lot of people would argue if that meta descriptions don't directly impact search results. I kind of disagree, but nobody disagrees with the fact that that causes the click-through, and that click-through, because if a search result is getting clicked through, Google sees, oh, that's the right search result for this term, I should rank them higher. So whether it's a direct or indirect cause on the search result, meta descriptions really matter a lot. And the permalink is just carrying it along. Hey, in the title, if we see this keyword, in the meta description, we see this keyword, in the permalink, we see this keyword. Oh, they're probably optimizing for this keyword. So that's why those elements are so important and should really be thought about. Okay. Now, the next part you should also be thinking about before you even start writing the article is the internal linking of the site. Okay. What other pages within your website in this article are you going to link to? Okay, and this is important. Okay, internal linking has always been very important for search engine optimization with Google, because it gives them an idea of, first off, how important the article is. Okay, if so, think of the your home page as being the most important page, and if an article is 6-7 times removed, it's category, subcategory, and then even further down, what's the importance? Also, how are different articles linking together? So if you're writing an article, just using this as an example, about paid advertising or paid search, and then you have a link to then landing page optimization. Well, that's highly relevant, and it's valuable. It gives a better experience. It gives deeper content to the reader, which makes it a more valuable resource. So interlinking is also very important as far as your content is concerned. So these are things that you should think about before you even start writing the article. What the meta description is, what the title is, what the permalink is, what other articles are you going to link to, because this will actually make writing the article a heck of a lot easier. Okay, so that's very important. Next, to also start thinking about, so we've done our keyword research, we've nailed down what our title's going to be, what our meta description is going to be, what our link is going to be, how we're going to link to other resources within our website, and where ultimately this piece of content is going to live. The next thing we really need to think about is contributors and social promotion. All right. Now this is important, more important than people tend to see. But if you look at articles that are very well ranked, you're going to see a few things. Okay. First off, you're going to see things of them quoting experts in the field. You see this in traditional journalism, traditional print papers. They always quote so-and-so at this institute said, okay? That's very important because you're citing an expert. You're showing more resources for your content. But there's an also promotional aspect to this. If you have a thought leader, if you quote a thought leader in a certain space, hey, so-and-so, and you use their Twitter tag, okay, and you say so forth and so on, their Twitter tag said this, and you quote that, okay, I guarantee you that thought leader, that article is going to come up in whatever tracking they're doing around their name. And what's going to happen is that's going to be some great promotion to you, because that thought leader is going to go, hey, I was just cited in this article at so-and-so. This is a little bit of a hack to get real big thought leaders engaged with you, okay, and sending their followers, the people that look at them as the experts, to your content. And that will lead to social shares, engagement, all the above. And that's something that's very straightforward to do. And there's a cool tool out there. Here's another fun tool that has both a free version. Once again, it just limits the amount of results that you can get, but they also have a paid version, which once again isn't that expensive. And that's a tool that I've been using for a very long time called Follower Wonk. Okay, and you basically type in the keywords and it finds Twitter profiles for you. Okay, and highly relevant Twitter followers for you. So, like, for example, just staying on that example, so we have this Matt Pat who has over 5 million followers, okay, and has huge social authority, okay. So I would very much go to his Twitter account, see what he's talking about, see if anything's relevant to my article, and say, at MattPatGT, said XYZ, and guess what? Matt Pat's probably going to be linking back to you and sending traffic your way at the end of the day, okay? So that's very important, and that's a very quick way to, first off, build authority, of your resource, but also get some promotion around that resource as well, okay? And then you should also think around, how are you going to be sharing this tweet or the article or things like that, and document that, okay? So big fan of citing folks, because within your article, because that's a legitimacy factor, it's a resource, but it also have added benefit of driving traffic. Also, too, Google sees that you're citing well-known authorities in the space. That legitimizes your article even more, which hence can build your traffic as well in your rankings. And that leads into the next point, and this comes from one of our other webinars, is I truly believe authorship is coming back for Google, okay? They just recently updated their EAT guidelines. Now, anyone who's not familiar with EAT, I'm not going to go into EAT at all right now. Our last 2 webinars ago, And it's up on our YouTube channel. We talked about the EAT guidelines in detail. I believe that was the BERT webinar that we did when BERT algorithm came out. So, the EAT guidelines, which are for users, really is talking about authoritative and citing the authors. And I'm not going to read through it right now, but really understanding who are the people that are writing these articles, okay? And having a link, like one of our clients, and it's too early to say, but I do believe so, we started on the byline linking to his LinkedIn profile so people could find out about him, okay, through his articles. And he's seeing a major bump in his organic search. Now, there's a few things going on there. We've improved the content, we've improved the structure of the site, and we added this on as well. But Google is really heavily weighing, hey, that might be a great 3,000 word content, but who's the person that wrote this article? I want to, and if they link, that person links to their LinkedIn profile where they have tons of articles and have been in the space for 30 years, are very active on Twitter. They're seeing, hey, this person is a real authority in the space, so I should rank this article higher. So authorship, I'm not going to go real deep into it now because we've done it in different webinars, which I encourage you to check out on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, search LSC Digital. You'll find it. But authorship is extremely important. They rolled it out a few years ago. People gamed the heck out of it. The technology wasn't there yet. But I firmly believe this is from September of last year that authorship is coming back in a big way. So that's another thing that you should be thinking about in your article.